Warm welcome to today's talk. Alexey Tolstik here, and today we'll clarify if JSON is a good format for big data. So for this, let's take a look into an example. Here we have some small JSON files where the ID, name, last name and birthday of some person. We have, in case of JSON, we have a lot of symbols like quotation marks, curly brackets, colon and commas that basically structure the file. And then we have metadata like column names, ID, name, last name, birthday, which repeats every time with every single record. This means that every time when we take a data, it is followed by the metadata with each and every row. And that's fine if your data, if you're just receiving one message at a time. But if you want to store millions of these records, this will be very costly, and this will cost you a lot of unnecessary storage. Remember, right? Each character takes 1 byte, and in this case, with every record, like half of the storage of one record will be its metadata and those special symbols, and only another half of the data will be your data. So in comparison to this, let's take a look into some structured format, typed format, where we have the metadata only in the beginning of the file, and then each attribute, each row will have its own type. So for ID we'll have integer, for the name it will be character, for the last name character as well, and for the birthday it will be date. This means in comparison to JSON, which again, every record has its metadata, every record has a lot of special symbols, special characters which consume storage. When we look into the typed format, this doesn't happen. You just have metadata once or several times, but not with each and every record. So let's say write ID here, name, Peter Simpson. Yeah. And then comes another record. Da-da-da-da. And this is basically a much more efficient way to store your data if you have a lot of rows. So JSON is cool to exchange information between some applications, maybe, but when it comes to the big data and analytical applications, much better to use something else. And the examples we will see in the next series, so stay tuned, and thank you for your time and attention. Bye!